It is never too late for a student to start at a classical Christian school. Every year at Providence, we have kids that start all the way from pre-K up through high school. So while, yes, there is an element of curriculum that students who are starting midstream have missed, we work really hard to help them be prepared for their first day of school, to be comfortable with filling those gaps that maybe they have because they haven't been in a classical Christian school, and making sure that they have those prerequisites they need to be academically successful at Providence. No, they won't. That's the short answer. Yes, we learn history in order. History makes a lot more sense when you learn it in order and you start at the beginning with creation. But the reality is, for that reason, each of our classes are going to review and hit the high points of the previous timelines. So whether your child has missed just the first grade timeline, or they're coming in sixth grade and catching the tail end of the grammar school timeline, those teachers are going to hit the high points and make sure that students have a complete understanding of God's sovereignty in history and how we start the school year with their timeline. Well, the beautiful thing about studying Latin is that it is so useful in training the mind to think. So we feel like it's never too late for a student to start Latin. One of the reasons we continue to have it as a graduation requirement is that it's so helpful for understanding English vocabulary, understanding the grammar of English and being a good writer, parts of speech. All of those things come from training the mind to learn Latin. So whether a student is coming in fourth grade having missed just 1 year of Latin, or whether they're transferring in high school, we feel like Latin is foundational, and so we work with families to make a plan to help them enter that grade level that they're coming into. My grammar school Latin teacher has come up with a fantastic personalized approach for each grade level. When students are transferring into middle school, we connect them with tutors to help them join their middle school classmates. And even for our high school transfer students, some of them transferring in with their modern language credits and they only need Latin. And so we work with those students to find the right Latin program to help them get that benefit of studying Latin that we feel like is so important to classical Christian education. Absolutely. One of the beautiful things about our logic program here at Providence is that it really helps students find a place to belong. Everyone knows that middle school is such a difficult time for students, and it's so tumultuous. Students are changing so much, not just physically, but emotionally, academically. Their brains are expanding at incredible rates. And so our logic school is such a safe place for that. It's a place where students can explore friendships, where our teachers really work to help them find connections. It's a place where they can explore academically. So their classes shift to be more of a Socratic dialogue, and they get the opportunity to ask those why questions that they have happening in their minds all the time. They can try sports in middle school. It's a safe place to go out for a new sport and try to connect with a team. So all of that actually make our logic school, our middle school years, a great place to join Providence. Typically coming into Providence, it is easiest if you can enter before 10th grade. Students transferring into high school here at Providence, the latest I've admitted a student who hasn't been in classical Christian education is into 10th or 11th grade. And We really take an individualized approach to admissions for high school students especially. A lot of times I'll connect those families with our college advisors, and we always want to make sure that students are able to not just graduate from Providence, not just have those credits they need, but really have a schedule and have the academic classes that are going to help them long term. Not just get into the college of their choice, not just get the job that they hope to get out of college after college, but really that they're going to have those skills, those academic giftings, and the classes they need to prepare them for whatever comes next, and to prepare them to truly go out and impact their culture for Christ, whatever that looks like for that individual student. So I work hard to meet with families individually to see what credits their children already have and how we can make a seamless transition plan. Absolutely. It is definitely possible to transfer to Providence from another classical Christian program. We have students all the time that transfer into our middle school and high school from university model programs where they've been a hybrid of a parent teaching and working with a school. We have students that transfer in from classical conversations, and those students actually do beautifully here at Providence. The curriculum is very similar, and so we find that that's a very easy transition even into the high school years, because most of them have some Latin training, they have writing training, and a lot of the things that we place an emphasis on, they've already been in a school or in a home that places emphasis on those same things. We work very hard to help families connect with either tutors or programs that will help their child be prepared for that first day of school. Whether their student is going into first grade and it's me sharing suggestions for summer activities, or maybe their students going into third grade and they'd like to check out some books on Egyptian history and Greek and Roman history from the library for summer reading. We have lots of resources for families that I have available that I give to parents who are planning on sending their child here for learning cursive, learning Latin, practicing their writing skills, all very much things that families can do at home if that's what they choose. Or I have some wonderful upper school students, some wonderful faculty, and some folks in our community who are familiar with our curriculum and do tutoring as well. So there's a lot of resources for families, whether they want to help prepare their child on their own for their entry into Providence, or whether they want help with that and they want to hire someone or find a student who needs volunteer hours. I work with families to find that right fit for them, for getting their child ready for that first day of school. If you're considering making a switch to Providence, I would love for you to go to our website, click our Schedule a Tour button, and let's find a time that we can meet. I can find out more about your child and what their unique strengths are, and we can talk about what a transition to Providence would look like for your family.